Did you sense something special about each other the first time you met? It's one of the few things that we actually do argue about. I don't have any. This is not something that we're proud of. Okay.
I don't think it's level.
Your breath is not level. There we go. My breath's not good. Actually, you're not bad today.
Shocked. Hey everyone.
Hi everyone.
So today we're gonna be doing a Q&A.
Finally. Okay, where y'all from? Sounds southern. I love
Toronto?
it. From Canada.
Canada.
Woot woot.
Toronto, yeah.
Are you Igbo?
No.
Well,
I'm Canadian.
born in Niger or Canada? I'm Igbo. You remind me so much of my sis. Aw, hopefully you like your sister.
I guess that one was directed to you. Sorry.
I am a quarter Igbo, half Yoruba, and a quarter Ija. So 100% Nigerian, but from different tribes. I was actually born in the US, so I'm American and Canadian, but my mom's British. Ryan looks like Chris Evans. Yeah, you get that a lot.
Thank you.
You know what? I actually didn't believe that people used to tell him this for the longest time.
So one day, she told me this before we went to the mall, and no joke, 2 people at the mall stopped me and told me I look like Chris Evans.
You also get, who's that guy?
Bradley Cooper sometimes.
Bradley Cooper, and you get, who's the guy from The Notebook?
Never watched it.
Ryan something. I've heard people say you're like a mixture of that, the 3 of them.
How old are you and your husband? You guys seem so mature and have life figured out.
I'm 29.
And I'm 30.
He's 30. Mature, I like to think we're mature, but we're so not mature. And we definitely don't have life figured out. We're just trying to figure it out. Did you sense something special about each other the first time you met? Like whether it was different than when you first met other people you dated before?
Yes, I'll answer this first. Alex is an incredibly sincere, honest person, and I just got very good vibes. When I met her, you're laughing, I'm being serious. It's in the How We Met video, but yeah, I told my roommate the night I met Alex that I was gonna marry her, so.
And you told your mom the next day.
Yeah.
And your sisters.
And I took you on our first date and skipped my mom's birthday.
Yeah, I didn't know it was his mom's birthday.
It's like, sorry mom, I can't go out with you.
Yeah, I didn't feel anything. I actually went over to tell him thank you, but no thank you. And
how'd that work out?
Obviously I liked you.
Obviously I've got game.
Oh my gosh, here we go with this game thing.
Well, you keep saying, oh, I went there to tell him no, but thanks, but no thanks. And how'd that work out?
It worked out in my favor because you ended up being awesome.
Out, what's this? My 3rd child.
Baby
get out of here.
3 in 5 years. Someone said we need to do something else and get out more.
To make babies?
Too much Netflix and chill.
Yeah, whatever. Next question.
I saw a comment where a subscriber actually said they want to do a reaction video or see a reaction video from us.
Okay.
I guess because I'm so honest and you get so uncomfortable by my honesty.
I have a delayed response for everything, so I'll see something and I'll just be like, how do you, with the disagreements that you guys have, how do you deal with the disagreements?
Yeah.
That you have in your marriage? It's been a process.
Yeah.
I think it's evolved since we've met each other. Trust that when you have a disagreement, that 2 people can have different opinions, and that's normal, it's expected. And when you do disagree with somebody, doing it so respectfully so you're not putting them down for what they believe.
Yeah.
And then sharing your opinion with them or with you in a respectful way. Foundation of every relationship, whether it's your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it is, the foundation is respect. Mm-hmm. So I think it's easy to have a disagreement when you're being respectful because...
Well, it's not easy.
It's easier.
Easier. For me, the key was stop walking away because we have different styles of arguing or disagreeing. I like to resolve things right away. He doesn't like to resolve things right away. He rather, take some time than come back and pretend like nothing happened, which is like not at all how I deal with things. I see an issue, we need to resolve this right now. He calms down over time and I get angry over time. So it's definitely been a learning curve, but we make sure we don't yell, we don't cuss, and if you're not sure about something, ask for clarification.
Importantly, when you have a disagreement, your objective should not be to come out like the winner of a disagreement.
Yeah.
It should be to make sure the other person feels heard.
Yeah.
And that collectively you both feel like it was a productive conversation.
Also, I think the key is not involving too many parties into your disagreements. Okay, you're hot.
Thanks,
I mean, you're hot, but like you're physically hot right now. Maybe it's the pregnancy.
Making you nervous.
Okay, what's next?
How do you deal with the separation that the jobs create?
If you guys follow us on Instagram, you'll notice that I post a lot about like Ryan being gone, Ryan working a lot. He works a lot so that I can be home with the kids like 7 days a week, some days 20 hours a day. It definitely weighs on our relationship. Because like when we first started to, I'm cold. When we first started to vlog, Ryan was only working one of his jobs. And so you'll definitely see a shift in how frequent we used to post to how often we post now. And it's most of the time because I'm home alone with the kids and he's working, or by the time he gets home, he's exhausted. So, I mean, the question was, how do we deal with it? We're struggling. It's hard. I'm struggling. It's one of the few things that we actually do argue about. We're usually arguing the same thing, but trying to figure out how to squeeze in time has been hard, especially when you have another baby coming.
From my perspective, how I like to deal with it, or how I've learned, is just to be very present when I am home. When you get sucked into your apps, you place, I think, false value on stuff like that, and it just takes you away from what really matters, and what really matters is growing with you. Well, it's true. It's corny, but I mean, realistically, like, who do I want to be? I want to be a good father. I want to be a good husband and a good person. So get off my phone and just be present. I don't have a lot of time to spend with Alex. So
yeah, and you'll notice that we're not daily vloggers. We don't vlog a lot. Sometimes our vlogs are really short, and it's because we are trying to be present. Like our kids don't have both of us at home at the same time. So when we do have a family day, often it ends up being like no phones, no cameras. We would like to vlog more. It would be great. I know a lot of these vloggers on YouTube vlog full time. Unfortunately, we're not in a position where Ryan could like not work one of his jobs and we could vlog more.
It's something that we struggle with every day, trying to figure out how we can have enough of an income to live the lifestyle we want to live, but then also have time with each other. That's a struggle that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to because life's expensive. What do you guys do differently in a house full of 3 kids compared to 2?
What will we do differently? More TV for the kids. I don't know. I'm freaked out. And I'm excited. Some people say the third is not that big of a deal. You just like throw in another child, another diaper change.
I don't know. I've never had a third child, so
survive. We'll be in survival mode.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys will see it.
We'll see. How long were y'all dating before marriage? What are y'all faith beliefs?
We dated for 2 years. But you know what? I'm always I'm always weary to tell people that I'm Christian, especially on YouTube. Because you see what happened. Did I tell you what happened with Patricia Bright?
Mm-hmm.
So she's a Christian and she's married and she had a child and she's been feeling herself lately, wearing more bikinis, showing a little bit more skin, and people are just going at her online, and to the point where she even said she's not going to post that many like revealing pictures of herself. I'm like, why? Because you're a Christian, you can't feel sexy, you can't dress how you want to. If her husband feels comfortable with it, she feels comfortable with it. Why not? Like, I can tell you right now, once this baby comes out and I'm feeling myself, you're gonna see skin. You're gonna see ass shot. You're gonna see... I don't have titties. I won't have titties. I got nothing.
Cleavage. Titties.
I don't have any. If I'm feeling myself, I'm going to post it.
We're not going to judge you, so don't judge us.
We're not perfect. We have made many mistakes in our lives, and we're trying to live right by God.
You set examples by the way you live, and be who you are.
Yeah, we're not one to be like, we're Christians, and if you don't, you're going to hell. We try and do better, and we definitely falter, but we faltered a lot. A lot. What is the toughest patch so far that you guys have had in your family, and how did you guys deal with it? Oh.
Let's skip that one. So
let's be honest here. So channel's about being honest, right? We've faltered a lot. We've had a lot of tough patches. I mean, if you actually look at our video from almost a year ago, almost a year ago, talk about how like we didn't know if we were gonna spend Christmas together. We got through it, thankfully. Like the one place that you were working closed was a blessing to us, even though we were financially struggling, because it allowed us to have more time to focus on our relationship. And I don't think we've ever been stronger than we are today.
Yeah.
What was the toughest patch for you though? And I'll say what I
for me personally, it was when I was in school. I mean, we weren't married at that point, but
no, we weren't married.
I got into the nursing program, and then within the first 3 months I put on 30 pounds. I was like probably depressed. How did you guys deal with it? I ate more. That's how I dealt with it.
At least you're honest.
It wasn't a constructive way. Now we deal with things more constructively. We deal with things together. We're more of a team. But
I would say the toughest part for me in our relationship has been getting pregnant with Gabriel. How do I even start this? This is not something that we're proud of, but it is part of our history. So
I'm proud of Gabriel.
I'm proud of Gabriel, obviously. Something beautiful came out of like chaos, but we were both in school. We were not married, and we got pregnant, and it just was not what we wanted for ourselves and for our kid. We didn't know how we were gonna pay bills.
We weren't prepared.
We weren't prepared. We were not prepared.
Like every sense of it.
Every single sense. And we got married when I was pregnant. We were happy to be together and to get married, but I don't know if we were ready. If you have an opportunity to be married to your spouse for a couple of years before having kids, do it. Don't rush to having kids, because you don't have time with just your partner. I mean, we kind of lucked out because literally the week before we found out we were pregnant with Gabriel, we were like, are we going to get married or are we going to go our separate ways? What are we doing here? How serious are we? And
then right after that talk,
a week later,
Gabriel.
No, a week later we found out we were pregnant. We were already pregnant. We didn't know it. And that's what freaks me out, because you never want to get married and think this person's only with me because I got pregnant. You don't want to have your marriage based on insecurity. I don't think that kids help a relationship.
No.
So.
No, not a chance.
No.
It's like they may tie you together. You may get more time with that person, but you're with that person under stress.
Yes.
Not in like...
Not romantic at all. But how did we deal with it?
I didn't deal with it healthily.
It took a long time, but I dealt with it by not relying on you for my happiness. I just started focusing on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to grow, and that actually brought us closer. Now we're moving on to some of the race stuff. How did you tell your parents you were dating a person of another race? Do we have preferences?
When you make witty references regarding modern media or your independent cultures that the other person doesn't understand, do you think, man, he would have understood it if he were black or white?
I'm struggling with the thought that one day I will have to have the conversation with my son about being biracial, and some people may treat him differently because of it. What is the hardest part about being parents?